Remember back to the beginning of 2024 when all the headlines was leading towards the property market's going to be crashing and being a landlord was going to be like trying to keep a sinking ship afloat. There were predictions being thrown around of 2% drops, 10, some even saying a 15% drop in the market. But yet while the doom and gloomers were predicting the end of the property world, the property market actually creeped ahead. And according to Nationwide, grew 4.7% last year. And between myself and my students, we massively cashed in on this and sold hundreds of deals. So here's a big question. What is going to happen in the 2025 market? Is property investing and being a landlord still worth it, or should we all just pack up and start selling socks on Etsy? Let's find out. In this video, we're going to break down what's happening in 2025 and answer that big question. Is being a landlord and a property investor still worth it? I want to show you some real case scenarios of people navigating the property market currently. And also we're going to cover why everybody thought 2024 was going to be the end of the world for property investors. So let's get started with exactly that. Let's rewind back to the beginning of 2024. Why did everybody predict that the property market was going to fall so much? Here's what was happening. At the beginning of 2024, a Labour government was looming and not quite in power, which was scaring landlords. We had higher interest rates than what we've seen for over a decade, which was squeezing margins. Tax changes was kicking in and squeezing out even more of your profits. There was loads of headlines in mainstream media about landlords fleeing the market and scaring people. And even I sold a property, this one here. But guess what? Straight after I sold that one, I bought another 3. And many of the landlords that were exiting the market wasn't serious investors. They were armchair investors that didn't really educate themselves and plan ahead. And like myself, the landlords that did educate themselves and plan ahead, the ones that did sell was just people restructuring their portfolios. And that is where the massive opportunity lies for the people that are willing to adapt. So let's take a look at 2025 predictions, and are things going to be different? Of course, 2025 is going to still face itself lots of challenges, but although that house prices quite largely across the board are predicted to slightly grow. But here's the thing, the opportunities don't just lie in the predictions. Despite a lot of headwinds still against property investing, there is still a massive undersupply of homes in the UK and people need to live somewhere. And with more and more armchair investors exiting the market, it leaves room in the market for those that are willing to skill up and face the challenges ahead. This is just facts. People need homes, whether they're buying, renting or investing. And this is the massive bonus. Increasingly, armchair investors that still want to invest but haven't got the effort to skill up themselves are turning to deal sources to do it for them. So let's have a look at some real life examples of what's happening right now in my business and my students' businesses. 2024 was a great year for my students and myself, and the start of 2025 is shaping up no different. This week alone, I've sourced on 2 off-market deals with a social housing provider in them. They was market value turnkey deals. 2 of my Academy members had offers accepted on properties for themselves. 5 other Academy members posted out deals to my list of investors. 2 deals actually got over the line and had investors pay a secure deposit to move forward with them. And the rest of the deals that my Academy members posted out directly to my investors all got between 5 and 12 investor leads. They are in direct access to them because in my academy give my investors direct access and to the investors, and they are still negotiating with them. So fingers crossed, some more of those deals still could get over the line. If you want to sell your first or your next property deals to my list of investors and get direct access to them, look in the description. There'll be a bit more information below about how you can join my academy. And for me, I'm currently working on 2 6-bedroom HMOs with social housing providers. This is a guaranteed rent, no voids, no maintenance. One of these deals actually got provided by one of my academy members, and if we can structure this correctly, I'm going to pay them a sourcing fee. I'm just in negotiation with a private lender to finance it, and fingers crossed I will get that over the line. So here's the big opportunity for 2025. Without a doubt, obviously things have got harder since I've started in 2009. Been more regulations, more taxes. It's definitely no walk in the park. But as I said before, that's where the opportunity is. When things get tough, dabblers quit and leaves the door wide open for the people that are serious. Darwin once said, it's not the strongest or the fittest that survive, it's the ones that are most willing to adapt to change. And if you are willing to adapt to change in this market, there is ginormous opportunity. And the strategy a lot of investors are turning to is these social housing deals, because they bypass all the renters reform bills, they bypass a lot of the headaches and headwinds that landlords are getting, because you're getting guaranteed rent, no voids and no maintenance. Have a watch of this video here if you want to learn how to do the social housing property strategy.